Hey everybody, I am Drak.
And I am Shadow.
And this is our Let's Play of Star Wars Shadows of the Empire for the N64.
We are in part 3, hunting the assassins.
What? There are parts to this? My brain hurts. Oh. Yes, there are parts to it. Technically, part 1 was Echo Base. Part 2 is Ord Mantell and Gaul.
That's right.
And then part 3 is, well, where we're at right now. We're not going to spoil it. Spoiler.
You'll see in a minute.
Will we, Alex? Will we?
Of course we will.
Okay. Well, right now we are taking on Beggar's Canyon because, well, Beggar's Canyon has to be taken on eventually.
Okay, little strategy to this level. You can either outrun the swoop bike gang and beat him to Luke first, or you can try and kill them all. Either way kind of works. Probably, I don't know what to say for the harder difficulties. Because in the harder difficulties, it's a little easier to die.
It is, and also I think in the harder difficulties you have to do both. You have to get to Luke first, and you also have to take out whatever enemies come your way. Because if I remember correctly, in the harder difficulties, there is not a set amount of enemies. Enemies will just come up.
Maybe, I don't know. Never played this on any harder difficulties.
This was like my second Hoth. You know, when I was in a weird motorcycle racing mood, I would play this.
I see.
And suck at it. And pro tip, don't run into walls. We're trying to help you guys out. We're here to help you.
And if you're gonna be challenge point hunting, I advise you to kill all the swoop bite game first, then go back and hunt for them. If I can find where I'm going.
That was actually going to be my question. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're actually in the port of Mos Eisley. So for anybody who remembers that fun scene, by the way, Han did shoot first.
He totally shot first.
Totally shot first.
I guess.
Drak and Shadow, always adding to your controversy.
That was, I gotta say, of all the changes in the special editions, that was the one I always hated the most, was Greedo shooting first. I guess it was here, I don't know, I heard it was to keep the PG on them, but I don't know.
I can't remember the webcomic that did it, but I loved one joke that was made about hand shot first, and it was hand shot first with a walkie-talkie.
Like, oh, come on, now you're just confusing Lucas with Spielberg.
Well, I just love the whole concept that people said, oh, well, Lucas decided to edit things down like Spielberg did. And there were, you know what? The joke was funny because we kind of wondered at some point. We kind of both wondered if they had both cut off the oxygen to their brain.
Yeah, well,
this is like totally not how to do this, but it's kind of fun, so I'm enjoying it.
Come on. Die. There we go. Okay. I understand.
Killing enemies, one wall at a time.
I think on Jedi mode, this stage is actually at night.
Yes.
So.
I think so.
Alright, that's enough of the killing. I'm just gonna speed on ahead.
We've got to meet up with Luke, who will turn evil and force choke us. No, wrong comic. Those of you who are wondering what I'm talking about, please go back to part 1 or 2, one of which I can't remember which.
It was.
I think it was part 2. We were talking about everything, you know, except this game. You know, one of those parts, Alex.
You know, I meant to comment on this, but you'll notice probably those Sarlacc pits in the desert. You know, if you want a definition of Nintendo hard, they put challenge points over those. How are you supposed to get those? I don't think I've ever gotten those, because you have to have the right amount of speed and the right amount of lift just to get them and not die.
I don't know. I mean, I don't ever remember trying to go for those, just because I'm like, oh, that is an obvious trap.
Nintendo hard, man. Nintendo hard.
So this would be N64 hard.
It's just Nintendo hard, period.
Well, see, there's actually definitions to this, Alex. NES hard was like Batman on NES or Ninja Gaiden. Super NES hard was, well, the Super Star Wars games. You know, where the developers actually tried to kill you. It's like, screw this. We're not trying to make an enveloping player experience. We're just trying to kill you.
Die, you conehead. There we go. Okay, that does it.
And for that reference, you shall now narfle the Garthak!
Oh.
Nah.
Yeah. Fine.
You know somebody's gonna comment on this. You're not going fast enough. You need to go faster.
Dude, I'm going as fast as I can.
Shut up, Chewie. Going as fast as I can here. Well, actually, Alex is.
And where? I'm almost there. If I could stop running into the walls. Yeah, I've never been the one for breaking. I've never been the one to do that. That's why I've had a hard time on higher difficulties like medium. Medium is the only other difficulty I've been able to play through. I can never get past Hoth on the other difficulties. Yes, I suck that much.
It's okay, we forgive you. The internet, however, well, we can't speak for the internet.
I am the needle crap!
And now you're blown up. So, fun fact for those who are interested, and I tried to look this up on Google to see if I could confirm it, but I remember...
Oh, come on, huh?
I remember hearing this later for those who are fans of the LucasArts point-and-click adventures. For those who played the game Full Throttle, Beggar's Canyon kind of helped to help frame up the mine road in Full Throttle. And Alex wouldn't know this, but it's basically... The Full Throttle was a biker game, and so they made this entire area where you actually did fight on bikes.
Wow, that's nice.
And so when I actually read that some of the framework for the mine road had been done from this game, it was appropriate.